shout out to Thunderdome Boxing Talk. He said something the other day that I agree with, but then I don't agree with. Somebody had mentioned the problems with boxing, and Thunderdome said boxing's not going anywhere, and he's right. It's not going anywhere. But that's the problem too. Yes, it's not going anywhere, but it's not going anywhere. So the solution, in essence, is the problem. No, meaning you can turn your TV on and still see boxing. So it's not going anywhere, but it's not progressing. It's going nowhere. And look at Vladimir Klitschko. I mean, it looks like he's taking the easy way out at the expense of Lucas Brown. Now, Lucas Brown won the WBO belt by knockout against a former faded champion. Then they had this drug thing. Then they find out Lucas, I guess the test was contaminated. I don't know what's going on, but bottom line is Lucas's name got cleared. So he should have the freedom to defend or do whatever, but the sanctioning body is saying, well, there's nobody out there for you, which is a lie. So you got to fight Vladimir Klitschko. Now, Klitschko was supposed to fight Anthony Joshua. Good fight. It wasn't. It was against the rules to make it, but everybody wanted it. And it was a good test for both guys. A good litmus test for Klitschko. Does he have anything left? Is he too old? Or did he have an off night? And a test for Anthony Joshua, who 17-0, 17 knockouts. I mean, now you're facing a guy who held the belt for close to 10 years. And was threatening Joe Louis's consecutive defenses. So this is the problem with boxing. And Klitschko's taking the easy way out because the fight with Anthony Joshua, which both men would have gotten about $16 million, if you can believe that. It was like a $32 million, $33 million fight. It was 50-50. Now, with Joshua being the champion, it was 50-50 on Joshua's home turf. So, by taking the easier way out by fighting Lucas Brown, if Klitschko wins that belt, then he can use it as leverage to get that much more. I still want to say it's not about all of that with Vladimir. It's more about legacy, but this is the problem with boxing. Let's talk about Daniel Jacobs. This fight with Golovkin should have been signed. I mean, Jacobs was offered about $2 million. First it was, oh, we can't come to an agreement, and then the extension happened. Then it was, oh, well, I need a tune-up. Dude, you fought Sergio Mora about a month ago in September. I mean, you're really a fake champion. I mean, you have the WBA regular championship, which is nonsense. And this fight can't be made. Then Andre Rozier, your trainer, says, oh, no way I let this guy fight with a 6-week camp. It's not enough time. And then you got this clown, Peter Quillen. Well, I heard that Golovkin is hard to negotiate with. No. But you've been calling this guy out for a while, Jacobs. I mean, first it was, but I want to fight. I want to fight the best. I want to fight this guy. I want to fight the best in the world. I want Triple G. Then, but you got to pay me. Okay, $2 million is more. It'll be your highest payday by at least 500, 600, 700,000. Now we're talking about a guy whose career average payday is like $25,000, who I guess would rather fight Sergio Mora a third time in some high school gymnasium and make $75,000 as opposed to $2 million. I mean, what happens in these situations is a guy's going to go out and he's going to get upset, and then he's not going to have a fight at all. But you want to fight the best in the world. Let's look at Danny Garcia, Errol Spence, Keith Thurman. I mean, come on. Thurman, you fought once. Spence, you're not there yet. Garcia, here's your cherry pick. Your last one. I mean, it's being disguised. The Danny Garcia fight on November 12th in Philly is being disguised as a tune-up for Keith Thurman. I mean, hold your breath. We'll see what happens, but I'm a skeptic. And poor Sean Porter. You think Sean Porter isn't a guy who wants to fight like 4-5 times a year if he had it his way? I mean, he's that type of guy. And unfortunately, it's not going to happen. I think the problem with Premier Boxing Champions is the good fights are few and far between. Had you began that series, PBC, with Porter versus Thurman, had you opened up and hit everybody with a bang, maybe you would have found more success than you had. So you got multiple big fights at welterweight, but maybe one has taken place over the course of a few years. And where's Adrian Broner? Where's Timothy Bradley? I mean, I'm still waiting on Miguel Cotto to make his damn mind up. I mean, and Adonis Stevenson, this guy's been allowed to hijack a belt and hold it hostage for who knows how long. But yet, sometime around that Kovalev-Ward fight, he'll come out of nowhere and run his mouth about taking on a winner. Show you right. You got Erislandy Lara and Guillermo Rigondeaux just floating into obscurity. I mean, by the way, did Lara really beat Martirosyan? I mean, did he really beat him? Here's what else is messed up about boxing. The Jackal. Shout out to Carl Frampton. I mean, this guy goes out and beats Santa Cruz in Santa Cruz's home country. Leo Santa Cruz in his home country. And how does he get rewarded? Santa Cruz, after the fight, oh, I love to see if we can I'd love to do this fight again in LA. Well, it's not in LA, but it's in Las Vegas, which is close enough. And by letting Santa Cruz dictate the terms of this rematch, you can smell the controversy coming. I mean, it has the smell of controversy and the smell of trilogy written all over it, and that's a shame for people like Carl Frampton. And if it's money, you want to make some real money. Fight Carl Frampton over there, and probably double your money. But this is boxing, boy. I tell you. What about Deontay Wilder? I mean, here's a guy. He's threatening lawsuit. He's going to do everything he can to maneuver his way out of fighting Povetkin and King Kong Ortiz for that matter, or Ortiz. That's what we pronounced it growing up. So you got Lomachenko and Walters coming up, but that's something that should have happened over a year and a half ago, like mid 2015. So once again, boxing is, I won't say it's going to be dead, but it's dying. It's continuing to die, and there are no solutions in sight. I mean, let's look at the other heavyweights. Let's look at Andy Ruiz. I mean, what the heck has this guy done to get to fight Joseph Parker? Absolutely nothing. I mean, he's like the number 2 contender, number whatever he is. I mean, based off of what? Just being busy? I mean, I guess you can give him that much. Klitschko Joshua. Like I said, it's against the rules, but when has boxing never had any rules? I mean, and the few that it has had, when has it played by those rules consistently? But there's plenty of money. I mean, everybody sees the money going around in boxing, but there are only a few who are in the ring that are earning that big money. There's a problem. There's a lot of problems in boxing. So while it may not be going anywhere, it's definitely not going anywhere. And it's going backwards. It's not progressing. You got too many titles and too many weight classes. I mean, the rankings are all jacked up. If I'm top 3 in one sanctioning body's top 10, I should be top 3 in all of them, or in the top 5 at least. But my name doesn't appear in this sanctioning body. My name is number 22 in the other, and I'm 3 in this one. It's crazy. I think about how they were joking around with Antonio Tarver and Glencoff Johnson some years ago, and both of them said, "The heck with it. Forget about the belt, and forget paying those sanctioning fees. This is a fight with two great fighters ready to pull it on the line, and let it all hang out." And that's what they did. As a matter of fact, they did it twice. And it was a great fight. And nobody cared that there wasn't a belt on the line. And that's the way it used to be. And that's the way it should be. But everyone's talking about safety first. Look, am I for safety in boxing? Yes, but if you're over saturating your brain with safety first, but at the same time getting the biggest payday, I mean, you're in the wrong sport. You're in the wrong profession. Go somewhere else. They just not built the way they used to be. They're just not built the way they used to be, and there's no positive picture in sight. When you look what New York is trying to pull with the million insurance policy, and the fact that you got one entity trying to control boxing but not putting the best against the best. It's just, it makes you sick, and it shouldn't make you wonder why people stop watching and become casual fans, and while some people just turn it off, period, and talk about, oh, I remember how it used to be. Too much fraud going on with these sanctioning bodies, and a lot of handshake deals with the other powers that be, and while it's been like that, I guess, always to an extent, they found a way to get it right, and those days are long gone, and I just don't know where we're going, where this sport is going. Follow us at The Fight Journal on Twitter. Check us out at thefightjournal.com. There's a box where you can follow us by way of email. You type your email address in. All of our videos, interviews, stories that we do will come directly to your email. You won't have to look for us. Follow our friends at DPG Uncut TV. They got some stuff coming up, some good stuff in the hip-hop and entertainment news. And make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're going to be giving away some money in 2017, and one of the requirements is that you do sign up for our YouTube channel. Make sure you do that. You do it now, and get yourself eligible to win some money. I don't know, fans. Let us know what you think. Where boxing is headed. It's kind of depressing, but got Terrence Crawford out there ready to fight, ready to take Gennady Golovkin and Daniel Jacobs December 10th date, which is great, except we wanted to see Gennady Golovkin and Daniel Jacobs. Let us know what you think and we check you out on the next one. I'm depressed.